Hello, everyone. I hope everybody's here listening to us. This is December the 2nd, 2024, and your hosts today are Eric, myself, and Felipe Argento.
Hi, nice to see you all again.
Pleasure to be here with everyone again. It's very exciting to be with everyone in the ecosystem recap, especially this time because I think there are so many things going on, and there are lots of things that we can talk about, exciting news. Starting from, of course, Devcon, Felipe. I think we had a great time recently, right, at Devcon in Bangkok, and it was rich. So many things happened, so many great interactions with other projects, with partner projects as well. We also had a great hackathon, and in which we had a track with a veil, right? So people were developing on Cartesi and a veil together. So how about we give people some intro, some summary of what happened there and what excited you the most during that time?
Oh, that's a great idea, Eric. December is the holiday season, right? And I guess DevCon gave us a lot of reason to celebrate. It actually started even before DevCon. On the pre-DevCon, we had the third, I think, edition of Back to the Future event with Espresso, which is a super cool, nice event. We had a panel about alt VMs, and Augusto, our co-founder, represented Cartesi. He actually gave us a very nice, how can I say, slogans or like catchphrases, explained what we do super well. So that's interesting. We also like that was the event at Espresso. One of our biggest partners announced their mainnet, and Cartesi is one of their integration partners. So we had three super cool web chains presented there on their testnet. And so there was a demo there for people to see, play around with. I think that was great because it, as we've been saying here on the last months, the applications that are being built on Cartesi are very different than the applications that are normally built on blockchains. And I think that event showed that quite well. So that was just like the day before DevCon, right? And
Right.
then
And by
after
the
that,
way, yeah, sorry to interrupt, but by the way, Augusto gave he was participating on the panel on that event, and I still remember something that he said. I even shared on Twitter. He said something along the lines of, if you want to do something that you could do in Solidity or on the VM, don't come to Cartesi, right? Because you really bring something new, and I think that's what we are about, right? We want to give space and possibilities for people to bring something new, not the same old thing. And I'm actually very confident that right now the ecosystem is getting to a maturity state in which these new things will start to appear, and they will need infrastructure like ours.
that's for sure. You know, the phrase that stuck to me was, "We are running out of things we cannot do." That's a phrase he said about the Cartesi machine, and I think that was such a nice way to put it.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I
then the
think
DevCon started.
all of us will, are always very happy when Augusto, come on stage and share his wisdom.
Yeah, he's always so insightful, right? But then DevCon started, right? And DevCon was, as always, great. For those who are listening and don't know about it, DevCon is an event that is done by Ethereum Foundation. It's one of two events that they host, if I'm not mistaken, and it's the biggest one by far. It's amazing. This time they had like 15,000 attendees. So many good presentations. This year was the one of the most speaking applications ever. So the most difficult to find a speaking opportunity, which is great because Cartesi got two speaking opportunities on the main DevCon stage. So that was quite nice. And I think that was the theme for me, Eric. I don't know if you agree, but the theme for me was the recognition that we were getting from other projects. I think like for a while we've been going to Ethereum events and we've been having to introduce ourselves. And this time it felt like people knew what Cartesi was up to, knew what we were doing, and knew the cool contributions that we're bringing to the space. So that was super nice to see, So
Yeah.
it's, yeah.
And it also feels to me that the time is right for Cartesi to also make sense to other projects in the so-called modularity space, modular landscape. And yeah, I think these things are starting to shape up well with the partners. The work we're doing with Espresso, with Avail, integrations with Eigenlayer as well. So I think it took time. It took us a long journey of more than 5 years to get to a point that things are coming together finally.
I think that's a problem of doing something super ambitious. It takes time to build, right? Engineering and research is hard. It's not, you cannot wish it into existence. You actually have to build it. And it's also takes time for people to understand what's going on, right? Yeah. Because sometimes it sounds so like sci-fi and impossible that people don't give it the attention that it is deserved. It's worth it.
Yeah.
And now they're giving it to us, so that's super nice.
Yeah, and I don't know about you, Felipe, but for me personally, I feel that I would love to see blockchain creating something meaningful, for society. There are so many critical things happening in the world, and I feel that blockchain, the tech that we're developing here, can be actually very useful, not only for niche markets or niche audiences, but for something that can really make a positive impact. And I think I have this feeling that Cartesi and other people who are working on DA projects that are also making data very, very cheap, and all these things start to come together, we are going to be surprised with very impactful new applications beyond the old wave of DeFi, collectibles, and so on.
Yeah, I'm definitely on the same page. That's something that always worries me when the market starts to pick up, is that people start to talk about price only. And I think we can never deviate from actually building the things that will change the world. And that's why we're here.
Yeah. But anyway, just to wrap up the Devcon topic, all in all, I felt that the event was very nice. I had a great moment there, being together with the other Cartesians, and also seeing the big Ethereum community, how it's thriving, how it's exciting. Lots of people converging around great ideas, and it's always beautiful to see. And I guess the other thing that was very relevant to touch on here today is the approval of the Validator Marketplace proposal. I think that's a very important decision that was taken together with the support of the community. Something that brings very important utility for CTSI as we go into the future, and which will also help a lot to develop the ecosystem of Cartesi rollups, right? So I also think that's a super important thing happening. I wonder if you want to comment on this as well.
I think that's going to be featured on the presentation. So I think Cynthia is going to present that to us. But yeah, I'm super excited about that as well. I'm a bit biased because I'm one of the co-writers of the proposal. But I think it's going to be super big for Cartesi. I think it's going to solve a problem that app chains have, not a challenge that app chains have, that will solve it in a very nice way. And it's actually a blueprint solution that can be used by other projects as well, which is something that I plan to write a little bit more about in the future. So that's super cool. Super excited about that. So let's kick it off, Eric.
Yeah, let's delve into the marketing updates.
All right. So I think Cynthia is coming to stage. Our one and only.
Hello, hello.
Welcome, Cynthia.
Cynthia. Nice to see you.
What do you have for us today?
Hello. Happy Monday and happy December, and happy to be here once again. Can't believe December, it's already here, so time flies, but here we are. So we are starting this ecosystem recap with the usual colorful cloud of our marketing highlights. And here you can see some snippets of our swag that stole the show at Devcon. And you guys, Felipe, Eric, you got to see it and feel it and touch it in real life, yeah? So hope it felt good, and we've been happy to hear here and there some great feedback. And you see also the caps, the simple-minded caps on the right hand of this image. So I guess you guys got one. It made it back home as well, your cap.
Yeah, I think this was the Cartesi event with the best swag ever. I loved everything from the penguin to the cap to the apron. That was amazing.
Nice. That's very nice to hear, and we are so happy on the marketing team that we've been able to deliver this. And you see on the left our booth at Ethereum Global Hackathon. You see the hackers equipped with the aprons for cooking with Cartesi. And I hope everyone remembers the little penguin campaign where participants were tweeting and naming the penguin. So we stole the show on that on the X feed that weekend. So we've been very happy to see everyone participating. And as Felipe mentioned also in the intro, we sure need to mention Cartesi and Espresso Back to the Future event. That was the 3rd edition with them. And we also had 3 dApps there from the ecosystem showcased. We have DCA Monster, Drawing dApp, and Comet. And here, kudos is due to Shianye from our marketing team for all the event production and organization. And here, a heads up for our community. If you missed the updates, if you are yet to catch on those details of these dApps and the integration itself, I'd like to invite everyone on our blog to read the latest blog post on our website about this integration with Espresso Sequencer and a little overview about these 3 dApps that are using it already for testnet. And then in the center of this picture, if you get to grasp it, speaking of our website, you might have noticed a revamped governance page. Or if you didn't notice it yet, just go on our website, go to the governance hub and check it out, because there we revamp the content with all the avenues that the community can participate in the governance. And if we go further but still staying in the website topic, I will invite everyone to check on the Community Hub, our section with news and features in the media, because there you can spot a new article published by our PR team Blockhouse on crypto news. It's an article authored by Bruno Maya, our Super Bruno Maya. He touches on smart cities topic, and it's a must read for everyone that is interested in this deep space. So I invite you to read it, to leave comments, to share feedback with us. And in other news, also, our marketing unit has been keeping the communications and all the social media calendar like strong this month with what Felipe mentioned, that we will give an overview about the Validator marketplace. So after the community was consulted by vote, so we handled all this communication. A blog post was put it up to explain to the community everything about the Validator marketplace, what's in store for the developers, for the validators, and for the token holders. And we also took the advantage to introduce bankless audience to this news. You see there a snippet, the cyan with black snippet visually here. And so we had published in this bankless newsletter the entire last week, a featured in their newsletter, and we invited their subscribers to check it out. And we had like 700 readers that came on our blog post to check this news, and we had like 1,900 subscribers that clicked on our banner and ended up on our website. So overall, we are very happy with the awareness that we built for this news, and hope we'll continue on the same note. And I invite everyone to contribute to the discussions, to keep sharing this news, to ask questions. And just to finish here the updates, if you look just above the visual where you see the yellow band and the layout of Cointelegraph, it's worth mentioning here that Cartesi has made headlines in Brazil this month, and we got more than 10 media publications with covering the news of Niterói municipality that founded a project developed by a team at UFI University. So very happy about that. And this project, if you remember Antonio Rocha, the professor last month, hope we'll see him again in the next recap as well. So if you remember this project, it got founded by this municipality to use a Cartesi solution for introducing verifiability and accountability in their local network of public transport. So this news got excited the media to see blockchain solutions used in everyday life activities. And it's very nice to notice this interest. And here another mention, it's also due to Bruno, Carlo, Irlan, our contributors for our joint efforts in Brazil. We are working there with an agency, Essenza, and we are keep spreading awareness. And talking about awareness, I'm gonna wrap it up. We are having also a radically simple campaign with the ads continuing strong this month, and hope by next recap I'll be able to present you the results and share with us if you spot the ads online. We have ads on Reddit as well, on X, on Google. So we are keep cementing this idea and earning mindshare for Cartesi being a radically simple solution for Web3 development, or at least more simple. That's quite powerful to offer developers this opportunity of leveraging what's already existing out there in terms of softwares. So we're keep pushing this campaign. We'll be wrapping up this December. And I think that would be all for today.
That was awesome,
Lots.
Cynthia. Lots of cool things. I always give a lot of kudos to the marketing team, and everyone should, because explaining Cartesi is a very technical project, right? So explaining it in a way that connects with people, it's such a huge challenge, and you are all doing such a great job at it. And as you said, conquering mindshare and making it relatable and explaining to people these like very complicated topics in a way they can understand. It's such a pleasure to see something that it sounds impossible, but you're doing it in a great way. So huge kudos.
Thank you so much. Don't make us blush here in the ecosystem recap. And sounds impossible, but is necessary. This will actually connect with our shout out for the community part. And I won't say goodbye now because I will pop up back again on the stage in the end for this community shout out. So I'll see you guys in the bit, and thank you for the time, and see you in a few minutes.
I'll see you soon.
Bye, everyone. See you soon.
All right.
So pick it up on the simplicity, because we are doing the campaign around radical simplicity. There was a time, and I think throughout these last years we have been thinking about focusing our attention on Web3, because it's easier for people to understand what Cartesi is and what they can do with Cartesi if they have a blockchain background, if they are Web3 developers. But I'm also, I think we're also seeing the moments that the distinction between Web 2 and Web 3 developers will start to get blurred, right? So I hope we can come to a point soon where we're going to be addressing developers. And little by little, we're getting there. And I think the simplicity that we're bringing here is a step in that direction. At least people don't need to reinvent the wheel. They can reuse the software they use on mainstream.
Yeah.
And we see people doing the guys in Niterói in Rio, Brazil, also doing things that are very like things that people do on mainstream. They are doing this on Cartesi.
I think that's such a great insight, because in a way our industry has been proud of the fact that it was super complex, right? So for a while we've been seeing like projects trying to overcomplicate what they're doing to sound futuristic and like coming up with these buzzwords and so on. And I think that's a mistake. We have some things that's so powerful that we can find a way to explain it simply why it matters. You don't have to overcomplicate. So I think this is a great aspiration to be more simple, to be radically simple, and to connect to people better. Yeah. All right.
All right, let's move on.
So what's coming up?
Next, we're going to talk, the grantees are going to give their presentations, people who are building with Cartesi. So I guess the first one to come here on stage will be Rives.
All right, so what's cooking?
What's up, guys?
Hello, Max.
Hello. So on our side, so just a short recap about what Rives is, maybe for anyone new here. We're building a on-chain console. You can think of it like an emulator that runs, on a Cartesi rollup. So everything running in the emulator is verifiable. And the goal is to allow anyone to come and create small games really easily, drag and drop them on Rives, and then have people play them, potentially collect them, generate tapes, which are these verifiable logs, compete in contests, potentially earn some prizes. And so yeah, it's working. It's live on base mainnet already for anyone that hasn't tried it. Go play at app.rives.io. Our main update this month has been this creator season that we kickstarted. It's a season composed of a game jam followed up by a vote around what games are cool, and then we're actually going to go and play these games and compete around them. We launched back then with Doom on mainnet, but at the end of the day, the goal of Rives is to allow anyone else or anyone to come and create games. So we took an existing game, to kind of showcase the tech, but now we want to also, show how easy it is to create games and allow anyone to create games.
So I think I'll go a little bit off script here, and maybe the people in the background are going to be mad at me, but I'll share what you created, Max, if you can, because you just added a slide, and the slides are kind of boring. So can you talk a little bit about this looping here? What is this?
Yeah, so it's a small game that I created. It took me about 2 days to create on Rives. I'm not a developer, so I feel like if some of you guys are developers, it's probably a lot easier even. But like tools like Cursor and so AI tools are a big help now. So if you have an idea, even as a non-developer, you can create something simple rather easily. Create some sprites, create a sound using one of the cartridges that we have, or use an existing sound, add some effects, and you can have something fun and cool that you created. So I try to do it. And I had a blast. One thing we like to say a little bit is maybe the ultimate game is to create your own game. And that's a little bit what we're also trying to lean into with Rives, having these small games that anyone can go ahead and create and sort of launch with a few clicks. And I guess I'm sort of the living proof that this is possible, along with others. Nita created a game as well in the past, created multiple games actually. She doesn't have too much developer experience as well. So yeah, it's meant to be like for everyone, whether you're a developer or not, or just want to create something and have fun.
I'm very impressed, man. It's so cool that you just create a game in a few days. I was asking myself, did Max learn to become a developer in a few days, or Rives became very easy for people to just create games, or maybe both?
Yeah, I think Rives is already very easy, but I think also some of the tools like Cursor have gotten really good. So debugging and stuff is a lot easier than before. So yeah, I don't know. I had a lot of fun doing this. Hope others are inspired to create games if they ever wanted to. So yeah.
Awesome. And something I ask every time: all these games are running on chain, right? On Ethereum.
Indeed, yeah, they run.
All
They
right.
run well. They can run off chain, or they can, everything has a Cartesi machine, so you can just run it afterwards verifiably. And so in a way, you could almost say I created a mini Cartesi app, within 2 days as a non-developer, right? Which is cool.
That's amazing. So next time, add the demo on the slides, man. It's such a fun thing to see the games running. And
it's not about me though. It's about the community. Like anyone should create this. So yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, you have to take care because we almost take for granted the biggest achievements behind Rives, right? Because all these games run on chain in a verifiable way. So this is massive. So
Indeed.
Never forget it.
Indeed.
Awesome.
All right. Keep
Thanks,
pushing.
guys.
Great.
Yeah, we will.
All right. Let's see the next one.
I think next we have another usual suspect as well, Bugbuster.
Hello, guys.
Hello, Claudio.
Hey, Claudio, good to see you.
Nice to see you.
Thanks, GM, everyone. Here we come with news about Bugbuster. Past month, we worked a lot testing the solution. trying to polish things that we build with our proof of concept to make it available for the general audience, our community devs that are expecting to explore this new feature of smart contract bounties. The first solution that we did was focus in convenience. We are trying to put as soon as we can something for people to play with it, bring their smart contracts, put them on Bugbuster to create a bounty and experiment and give feedback for us. We are facing some issues because we try to bring at the beginning the most convenience that we could. Then we focus on in using Forge, but we are seeing that Forge brings a lot of convenience, but it brings also some issues. For example, there is an important library in Forge that we are relying on to create scripts that really brings some significant time to the compilation time inside the Cartesi machine. And so we are rethinking if Forge is the best path for that. But here we are pushing the boundaries of the problem, right? We are bringing something innovative, and it's normal that we face some issues because we are stepping in unexplored space, and that's what Cartesi allows, right? To let us to explore what was not possible before. And but one thing important here is that we realized that maybe we are not bringing so much attention for something valuable that we already achieved. That is, we already have a full EVM running inside an alt VM, our alt VM, that is the Cortez machine. So we are also thinking about how we design some playground that people can play with it, with the EVM running inside our Cortez machine. I think this is something also valuable to share because we are developing Bugbuster, but Bugbuster is not only focusing on the use case of bounties. It is also something to inspire other use cases with what we are achieving. For example, we are able to run an EVM, a full EVM node inside the Cortez machine. This can be food for thought for other people to try to do other experiments, right? We have the Rust compiler inside the Cortez machine, so Rust developers can already see what else they can do considering Rust inside the Cortez machine. Recently, we read the news that the GAF team prepared a RISC-V Docker for putting GAF running, but we already know that we can run GAF inside the Cortez machine, and this open opportunities for us to have GAF and REF running inside the Cortez machine, and then we can try to compare each other. So there are a lot of things that this experiment with Bugbuster open, and then we are now shaping how we can deliver these experiments in a way that the community can give a try and bring feedback for us, and also they inspire them to create their own dApps and build their own ideas on top of all these experiments that we are doing.
That's so cool.
Yeah. So that is the news to share.
I feel like just like Rives, you need a in-depth 2-hour presentation on Bugbuster to show all the cool things that you guys are doing and are able to do. It's a
Yeah.
project that is very dear to my heart.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it's a powerful idea. This one that we have a Web3 bug bounty system implemented in Web3, right? And then how many things you can do on top of this is really like a food for thought. Too many
Yeah.
possibilities. I really love the idea of running 2 different implementations of the EVM and put it there, put a nice bouncy, and let that become one more way to stabilize and make the entire ecosystem safer.
Yeah, exactly.
That's awesome.
Great.
All right. So
Okay,
before,
guys.
thank you, Claudio. So before we move to the next one, I just we have almost 200 viewers on Twitter and almost 50 on YouTube. So if you guys can share, retweet, give a like, share the word, it helps to send love to those who come here and present, show their face to the public. So yeah.
And also ask questions.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know about you, but I can see some messages popping up here for me. So if you want to ask some questions, we can try to answer them.
Awesome.
All right, let's go to the next one.
Start from Bangkok.
Hello, guys. How are
Hey,
you?
Pablo.
Nice to see you again. This time on the other side.
Yeah.
Last time was in Devcon.
Yeah, we met in person for the first time in Bangkok, Devcon, where
Mhm.
Pablo was being followed by a crowd of interested people in DCA Monster. Huh? Your app was very popular there.
It was amazing. All the validation, all the feedback, the positive feedback that we got. Just for context, we basically demoed the application in an evening with together with Cartesi and Espresso. And what we demoed, by the way, is, well, one of the updates that I wanted to present today. But before, just to give a little bit of context, what DCA Monster is. No? DCA Monster is the tool to provide the best on-chain dollar cost averaging possible. So we want to create the best experience where users can do the best DCA. No? And so, well, for this update in the last month, we have basically worked to deploy a new version of DCA Monster in Sepolia that works with Espresso as the sequencer. And well, it's basically what we did, and it's already live. You can check it out at dca.monster. Anyone can test the AMM. It's gasless currently because Espresso is sponsoring the transactions for a period of time. And well, in this case, it's in Sepolia and in the DCAF network. So it's a test net in any case, right? But it's very easy to test because you don't need Ethereum. It's gasless, basically, you know? And so on the other hand, we have some other improvements coming. We are basically, as we continue working on the synthetic tokens, which is the second deliverable we are focusing now, we are also adding a bunch of improvements, performance improvements, so based on some feedback and very good ideas that we got from the Cartesi technical team in Devcon. And we believe that this will allow us to increase the number of transactions that DCA Monster can handle. No? Before we had an idea of around 1 million simultaneous stream swaps running. With these improvements, we can easily get to 10 million. So that's largely enough to run like thousands or millions of AMM stream swaps, no? And people doing the simplest DCA possible with perfect price exposure, no? Which is the main goal, no? Of this project. So very exciting. And also we are creating a few challenges that we will soon share with you guys. So stay tuned. No? Challenges involving dollar cost averaging, of course.
Awesome. I've been seeing some very successful people on Twitter that have been dollar cost averaging throughout the last years, and they're showing what you always say, that time in the market beats timing in the market, right?
Yeah, so, yeah.
That's awesome.
I think anyone agrees that they should have started DCAing earlier. No? We all agree with that.
Yeah. There's a phrase I like a lot, which is something like, the best time to plant a tree was 10 years ago. The second best time to plant a tree is today. Something like that. Yeah. So the best time to start dollar cost averaging.
Yeah, exactly. And not only to getting in, of course, also to getting out, no? Especially in these times where the market is crazy. taking profits with DCA is probably a wise movement, no? Unless you are a master and you want to take some risks. So. But yeah,
That's a very good point.
Awesome.
yeah.
Yeah. All right. Thank you much for sharing. We love the project. And what can people do if they want to talk more about DCA Monster? How they can reach out to you?
Yeah, well, they can reach us on Twitter. We also are in Cartesi Discord channels. We have a few channels there. Very easy to find. So yeah, anyone can reach to us, test the application. We are very open. I mean, and we value a lot the feedback from the users. So yeah, we have a few channels there where they can share anything they want and talk about anything they have in mind. So yeah.
Amazing, Pablo.
Awesome.
Thank you very much.
Thanks,
Keep
guys.
going.
Thank you.
All
Yeah,
right.
nice to see you. Bye-bye.
Nice to see
See
you.
you
Bye-bye.
too. Bye-bye.
So next up,
Fastlane.
we have Fastlane. Who's coming? Zach is coming to. Oh no, I have someone new.
Hi guys.
Hello.
Hello.
So my name is Nasima Teja. So I'm the co-developer for Fastlane, along with Zach and the team. So Fastlane is a fully on-chain game. So it's on an infinite roadrunner game. So like think it of as like a Subway Surfers game, but the obstacles will be on-chain and all. Yeah. So we have like two major updates for this month. So we have introduced the Cartesi community track where people can come into the metaverse. Let me just share you my screen if that's okay, and give you a small demo of the community track. I hope you can see the screen. So this is the community track as in the metaverse. So the camera angles will be the same. As you can see, the penguins and even the
Love the penguin.
see logos on top of each buildings. So but as we just go play and then start to explore the metaverse,
Oh, nice.
and then so this would be a place for the community members to come around, hang around, possibly stream all of our community places for the next month and all. So these are the penguins by them. Yeah, so we can even play games. Let me see if that's an option right now, as in the mini games. So there's nothing right now because so we're still polishing up the game, polishing up the community track. Yeah, but should be available like hopefully in the next 10 days for the community to play and possibly the early NFTs as well. Yeah.
That's awesome. Here in Brazil, we don't have snow very often. Actually, we never have snow. So I'll use that for my Christmas vibes,
Yeah,
finally have a snowy Christmas on the metaverse.
yeah, but it's always snowing in Boston over here, so it's fine.
That's cool.
Very nice.
Awesome. Nice.
So
people can follow you on X. Can you talk a little bit? How can people get involved?
Yeah. So right now it's not. So the community track is not live on the main website. I guess as you can. So if you go to so the one mentioned in the slides, it's fastlane.run. We'll be soon like pushing it to the main net, like as in the production server. So right now it's on the staging server, or you can even get in contact with Zach. So Zach is active on Discord as well.
That's awesome. Super cool, man. Nice to see some innovative on-chain games popping up.
Thanks.
Nice meeting
Great
you.
to see. Keep going.
All right.
Right, Felipe. It's nice to see this diversity of applications, from bug bounty to DEX to games. What else?
Yeah, I wouldn't have guessed that Metaverse would be popping up here in this recap. We have IoT, we have bug bounty, DeFi, games. It's speeding up and accelerating.
Yes.
It's nice to know, like, because we know in the background how many people are working so hard to support all of these, to build the infrastructure and to have the ideas and solve the technical challenges. So it's nice. I hope they're all getting proud of the things that are popping up.
Yeah, it's definitely great to be surprised sometimes, and people coming with things that you could never imagine.
Yeah. All right.
Let's go to the next one. Board game framework.
Hi guys,
Hello.
Hey people, how you doing?
how you doing, man? Pretty exciting news about the Cartesi ecosystem. That last one was pretty awesome.
Agreed.
Okay.
So what have you been cooking?
Sorry.
What have you been cooking? Talk to us
Okay.
about. Yeah.
Today I'm excited to share with you two significant updates in our framework. We are developing a board game framework, right? And now we are able to present two more features. One feature and another thing that is a new game. We have been developing our lobby system for efficiently managed multiple game sessions simultaneously. Previously, each games required a new backend instance, a new Cartesi instance for running. Now, developers can manage different sessions, enhancing overall efficiency and the user experience. You can get into the lobby room, and from there pick different games and get into the game. So that's the new feature that we add to the framework, not already presented in the Discord, but soon to be, as we expect. And the other thing that we were working on, it's a new card game called Chinchon. I don't know if any it's renowned in other latitudes, but the case is you need to form three of a kind to form one number or a single. I don't know how you say the different symbols in cards, in the French cards or English cards. But the case is that you need to have secrets running there, because you have cards for each player, and also random numbers for shuffling the maze. And we took this card game that has been already developed for the vanilla board game version of the framework, and we bring it to Cartesi. This was a choice because it allows us to test different new features like secrets and randomness that we were talking in some recaps before, and also give us the opportunity to share with the developers new examples on how to implement those new features. So we are working not only in those features, secrets and randomness, but also in documentation in how to get these things working properly. So these updates, it's offering new powerful tools for the developers and bring us one step closer to delivering a comprehensive and reliable framework that we wanted and we wish that be as soon as possible.
So people, is there one specific game that we're using to develop the framework, or a few games?
We started with a tic-tac-toe game because it's pretty simple, and we were able to test different initial stuff like turns and how the players had to sign their movements and stuff. And as we get dig a little deeper, we get into things that the tic-tac-toe example didn't allow us to do, like these things of different stages of the game, different situations. Like there are many games that you have a stage, and when you get, I don't know, think about navy battles. You need to set the ships, and then that is a stage, and then you need to play and hit the other players' ships, and then you need to validate that those ships were in the place that they should be. So we started in a very simple game for this pretty basic functionality, and as we get into the more complex functionalities, we are trying to adapt different games that allow us to show to developers how to implement those different features, because sometimes you can explain in a high level what do you want to do, but in the low level can become pretty tricky. So I think the best way to do it is by example, right?
Right. And do you have an estimate of when you're going to have one or more of these games so you can show the community?
The game, the card game, is already working. We have a little demo that we are been publishing in our Discord thread about board game. We didn't publish yet because we wanted to talk about it in the recap. But yeah, today afternoon here in Argentina, we will publish it. And you will see how the game is working. One thing that you will realize is that still we have a lot of signing, a lot of transaction signing when you are playing cards. This game is really long because you need to pick up a card and check your cards and throw it one away. But these are triggering many features that we are thinking about, like account abstraction to handle this kind of stuff, and different things that we are thinking for the next in the future of a framework.
So we have a brilliant guy in the community called Danilo. I think his tag on Discord is Stuller. He actually built a cool on-chain chess game, and he dealt a lot with this signing stuff. He used account abstraction. Definitely recommend that you have a chat with him. He's always around on Discord. I'm sure he'll love to help, because this constant signing is something that I think there are some strategies to deal with. That's super cool, man. Can't wait for a board game night on Cartesi. We should start hosting game nights.
Yeah, it would be pretty awesome. So regarding the account abstraction, we were checking the latest example that the Cartesi published in the new rollup version. So yeah, we definitely are thinking about it and trying to imagine how to implement it. So yeah, if you wanted to check it, you have the QR with the link 3, and you can find us in the Discord thread.
Yeah, I want to say that again. I think Felipe touched a very important point here. It's very nice if you can interact and talk to people, because other people already went through some of these things. In the past, people also implemented the poker, heads-up poker, and they had to implement the mental poker algorithm that deals with the cryptographic, this primitive that allows people to hide cards from each other. So I think you guys may have something to exchange. And also, if there are other game developers here, I'm sure there are many. Even Max is a game developer now. So whoever is trying to build a game on Cartesi, talk to people. Huh?
Yeah,
it was an awesome nice game. That little penguin, pretty fun.
Cool.
Great. So thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
Cool.
See you soon.
Thinking that people are always showing up, huh? Always. Every ecosystem recap, such a pleasure to hear from them. They're also always very excited on the YouTube chat, so it's nice to get that kind of energy.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move on to another star in the Espresso event. Drawing canvas.
Dimitar. Welcome,
hello.
Sir.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too.
So let me quickly present the drawing canvas. Obviously, you mentioned a lot of stuff about the application, but in short, it's a collaborative vector drawing application built on top of Cartesi rollups. And as you mentioned, it's already integrated with Espresso. So we are benefiting from the gasless transactions right now. But yeah, probably soon we'll have more on that once we have all the latest features deployed online. Regarding the updates that we've been working on the last weeks, we've developed a model for rewards based on the NFT minting, and on top of that, we also have a contest functionality. And the idea is basically to generate more engagement to the application and allow the users to collaborate and create something that everyone can benefit from, and that's the main idea. And also we have social sharing implemented and a lot of stuff that will allow the users to interact easily with the application. And yeah, in short, this is the quick update. Everyone who is interested in the application can follow our X channel. And yeah, we are also working on cool new stuff related with the new features that we developed. And together with the guys from Cartesi, we're preparing our environments for handling a lot of more traffic and a lot of more drawings created by the users using the application, which actually turned out to be challenging.
Such a good problem to have, huh? You
Yeah.
made something that so many people want to use that now.
Absolutely. And we are happy that Cartesi is hand to hand with us and is helping us with this challenge. And really soon we will have the new version deployed, and it will be able to handle all the users that we have.
Yeah, I can't wait to play the drawing canvas, to co-create some art with other people around the world. I think it's a fantastic idea that we have a canvas, artistic canvas that is decentralized. Everybody can collaborate and own a piece of art together. So I think it can be a lot of fun. So let's see.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, man. See you soon.
You're welcome.
See you soon.
All right.
Okay, so it looks like we closed the grantee updates, and now ecosystem updates. So let's get the developer advocacy team to give us some news about what's happened at ETH Global and what they are. There he is.
Nice.
So first of all, I would like to say I'm a little bit sorry for my voice. My throat is a little sour, but I think it's understandable.
For context, a team from Rio won the America's Cup on Saturday, right?
Yeah.
A team that hasn't won it ever, actually, right? Is it the first time in history?
First time.
Yeah,
So
I received some.
A team wins the cup, and João loses the voice.
There is some relation to that.
There's some correlation, doesn't mean causation, but
exactly.
in this case, I'm pretty sure.
Exactly. The cool thing is that we can use this to create some content, from the same foundation that made possible drawing app this Christmas coming, Dave. It's good. It's good to have some movie recording trailer voice here.
So congratulations for Botafogo, but what's up with developer advocacy? What's up with that?
So we do have two very cool updates to talk about. So we are keeping on the development of V2 resources update. This means docs and lots of content around it, like videos, content creation tooling that we're building around it. We just made a PR for Go template, for example, and some little tools to execute vouchers from a different CLI for experimentation and such, right? But the cool thing that I want to talk most about is if Global, because we had a very successful if Global. This was a very nice one. And it's very important to have these if Globals because we get a lot of feedback, and we had some good feedback this time. We already got some feedback on things that we're working on and how to improve. And it was very good to experiment our experimentation with Avail because we had our track with them, right? So the way it worked was we had 2 tracks in this if Global, and we had many apps. Just going through them real quick, just so you guys have an idea of what was built. We had a fraud detection system for transactions, on-chain transactions. We had platform kind of like Luma on-chain. We had something that's very similar to on-chain Airbnb with AI support running on Cartesi, which was very nice because this way we got how can I say, a lot of different kinds of applications at the same time, and we were able to experiment everything that's possible to do in our stack. And these were the first, second, and third place of our general track. And our Avail track, it was very nice. We had a on-chain automatic bot versus bot game where people can upload their AI models to battle against each other. It was very nice as well. And a full dGen OS operational system where you can run many dApps on-chain in the same environment, which was very, very nice. So yeah, we were very happy, and we had lots of other cool projects as well, like social network, even something that was similar to Bugbuster in the sense that you could input applications that you want, and people would submit the code for this application testable online. So you could actually run the algorithm on chain to test and become a developer order book per se. Philip, you're on mute.
Oh, sorry. I love to see all the hackers on ETH Global using the APROMs. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, look, such a cool swag. That's awesome, João. So sorry to just use your voice a little bit more. Where can people find more information about ETH Global and the tracks? And
yeah, of course, on ETH Global website you can see every track and who were the winners. But we are uploading and updating our rolluplab.io, so every one of these winners will include their projects there, and you can follow whatever they're building and how they're gonna keep building on and on.
Okay. I also heard that you collected evidence on the ground that Cartesi is really simple to use, isn't it?
Yes.
Tell me about it. I was so happy to hear that. Right?
Yes,
it was
yes.
unprecedented.
This was something that was very rewarding to hear, to learn, because both the winners of our main tracks on ground, we only met them basically when they were delivering the projects. They didn't come to us asking for assistance. They didn't even reach out on Discord for support, which means that our developer journey is very well aligned. Of course, there's a lot of people to thank for that, all the core developers that put a lot of work on it, and the CLI team that made an amazing effort to create incredible convenience tooling, the convenience team as well. So it's really good to know that Cartesi's journey is working on its own.
That's such a great achievement, man.
Radical simplicity is an aspiration, a North Star, but also reality.
That's it. It's the future, but it's also a little bit the present, huh?
Yeah.
It's amazing, man. Thank you, João. That's amazing. Go celebrate your win. Recover from the hangover.
Not hangover. I didn't drink. I just shot.
Very nice. Congratulations.
All right. Thank you very much,
All right.
everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Nice.
All right. So let's invite Bruno. Is Bruno around?
Hey guys, good morning. GM,
Hello.
everyone.
Welcome, sir.
Thanks, guys. So first, let me go out of the script here and share some comments on the update so far, right? It's simply amazing. From the swags to the sensation that we have a protocol that gives this powerful tooling to developers, but at the same time, simple to use, right? How much sweat from the developer team has been put to transform this technology in what we're seeing right now. And it's only getting better, right? So it's for me, it's a very touching moment, because since from the beginning of the project, you know how much these people put energy to achieve this moment, right? But I would say the most mind-blowing moment that I have in this update so far was the fact that a non-developer developed a fully on-chain verifiable game on top of Ethereum. And the guys use Cartesi protocol stack for this achievement. I don't know if anyone realized so far how big is this achievement, right? If you can make it crazy connection, right? Pump.fun made non-developers launch their own meme in their own community, in their own culture. Rives might be enabling non-developers to launch the non-game, creating their own community and express that in the Web3 space with a few clicks of a button, and it's only getting better. I'll talk with Max later on, because I'm going to develop my own.
I was just celebrating that 1 minute ago, and it seems to be the same cause of excitement for you.
I'm here jumping, because I'm sure you cannot see it.
It's a nice way to close the year. Huh?
Exactly, man. I think 2 months ago I spoke with the guys who Rives. Said, guys, I'll be happy when I'll be able to develop a game, and it seems we are getting there, right? So I'm excited to become a full game developer soon. So now jumps to the ecosystem growth. Devcon was full of great conversations, right? Not only from the amazing swags and the superb event that marketing managed to pull together with Espresso, but also getting deeper connections with our protocol partners together with the foundation, as well discussing with VCs. They are getting more and more attentive to what's happening in Cartesi ecosystem, and we were there getting deeper connections with them, and things are going forward in this direction with more people interested in what Cartesi is developing. This is an amazing achievement, and we see that this will only get better through 2025. In terms of what also ecosystem is doing, is trying to do light integrations that will be useful for builders in our ecosystem. One of them is the L2CAM protocol integration. Why that integration is super interesting and might be very convenient to some builders using Cartesi. It allows the merge of social media content to whatever you're building. Put in a tangible example, we are doing this integration with Rives, where the L2CAM protocol can help us to generate ZK proofs of people sharing tapes on social medias. So you can imagine all these activations that marketing teams wants to do with points or community engagement and proof of those engagements. L2 protocol can allow that seamless, I would say, proof system to allow the dApp to gauge exactly how the community is involved in your project, and of course, generate the whole attention economics involved on that and generate rewards based on this. So that's been doing a pilot with Rives as the first, let's say, attempt for that. And as soon as this is polished with Rives, we will create, of course, common interface for builders, use that out-of-the-shelf API or tooling for developers. So that is maybe the most important ecosystem update in terms of what we're progressing. More things have been cooked, and I would say the December update as much as interesting as November one, with a lot of things coming into the pipeline. Also, to reach us out, tag Ecosystem Growth Unit on the Discord. We're always around. Of course, you can reach us on the Telegram community as well. And yeah, exciting times to be here, guys. Happy to answer any question from you guys or from the community. Super happy.
That's a that's a good way to put it. Everyone from Cartesi is always on Discord, always there to chat. I have a lively community there to have conversations, debate any topic. So not only the Echo Growth unit, which is always there supporting the builders, but also the technical units and the marketing units and so on. Oh,
Yeah.
seems like
I know I had some ideas. We can brainstorm tomorrow, Milton. I had some ideas.
awesome. Thank you, Bruno.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
So, next up, the
We are
Cartesi
coming
Grants Program.
Closer to the end. Now is Cartesi Grants Program.
Yeah,
Hello, Ellen.
hello everyone.
Hey, Helen.
Yeah, there are so many updates that are happening in the ecosystem and achievements, and I feel like Cartesi Grants Program is also in that line, and we are excited to bring updates today as well. So in the last dev recap, I had shared that the Grants Council had put a governance proposal to renew the grants program for Wave 2 and introduce the intents framework. The proposal passed, and over the last few weeks, the Grants Council has been working and preparing towards launching Wave 2 of the program. And I'm so excited to share that the launch is happening today, in a few hours from today. So this is just an earlier announcement to the community to keep an eye out on the announcement channels for when Wave 2 goes live. A quick high-level view of what to expect in Wave 2 is that Wave 2 of the grants program will run for 6 months. The Grants Council will be accepting proposals on a rolling basis. And we have an allocated budget of $500,000 in CTSI. And with Wave 2 going live, the community will have the opportunity to apply for grants, and there will be 2 pathways where you can submit proposals. One, it's either through RFPs that have been adopted by the Grants Council. So anyone in the community can respond to an RFP and submit a proposal. Another option will be the community will be able to propose an innovative idea for something that they want to build that aligns with one of the intents. So yeah, I'm super excited to see the projects and the teams that get funded and that contribute to Wave 2 of CGP. And yeah, look forward to interacting with everyone, and keep an eye out on the announcements on both Discord, on the governance forum, and on Twitter as well as we launch the program today.
It's great news that you're launching it today.
Yeah.
And I also find very interesting the idea that now not only core developers will propose RFPs, but also the community itself can propose RFPs. So I hope that this will be another way to create great engagement with the community. So exciting times for the CGP.
And for the RFPs, again, anyone in the community can propose an RFP. You just go to the governance forum. We put templates there and also examples for how you can write an RFP. So if you have an idea for something that you think can be built in the ecosystem, definitely feel free to go to the governance forum and submit an RFP proposal to invite discussions. And the plan is, based on the discussion, the RFP will be adopted, and then the community will be able to submit RFP proposals in response to that particular RFP.
That's cool. Wishing great luck to the Cartesi Grants Program, the Community Grants Program. Hoping that the community will do its part, show up nicely, and come up with some cool ideas for Cartesi.
Yeah, I'm super excited as well. Thank you.
Thank you for taking care of this.
All right.
Bye-bye.
All right, nearing the end, Eric, now.
Nearing the end.
All the nerdy stuff.
It's the end of the beginning, my friend.
That's it.
All right, let's go into the nerdy stuff, right?
All right.
There's
nothing that nerds like more than a Simpsons character without a shirt. Who's coming to present these slides? Very ambitious slides. Hello, Augusto.
Hello. Your
muted.
microphone is muted.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Loud and clear.
Yes. Milton, you there?
Great to be here.
Milton is booting the computer.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
So what's up? We have a Devcon Dave talk here, a QR code.
Yeah,
What's
so it was amazing. As you mentioned before, Devcon is the most prestigious and hard to get into conference in crypto. If I'm not mistaken, there were 3,000 applications, and we were very proud that we got accepted. And okay, that's the result of a long research endeavor. We have been dealing with settlement of layer 2 since the beginning. Optimistic rollups is our core, right? But the algorithms have always been challenged and have improved to the point that now I think Dave is a very stable and something we're very proud to present to the community. It's basically an optimistic rollup settlement algorithm, just like we had for years with Optimism, Arbitrum, and ourselves. But this one, we put Willy there from Simpsons to symbolize how this is the next stepping stone in terms of decentralization. So Willy represents here the single person who's honest in the whole environment, and it's been attacked by everyone, but he has hard values and he's able to settle the correct result with his laptop and $1,000 bounty, because that's a common problem we had with previous algorithms. Either they were too centralizing in the way that everyone could participate, but you may need $1 million to participate, or a farm of computers to participate. So that's not really what we call decentralized. Or it could take weeks or months to settle. So this is hitting a sweet spot, this last algorithm we have. So if you're curious, this is the QR code for taking a look at the paper. We forgot to include the QR code for the presentation that Coutinho, one of our co-authors, gave at Devcon. That was a 20-minute intro that couldn't have been more approachable.
I was lucky to be there, and I loved the presentation.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Picked up a lot of interest as well. A lot of viewers, a lot of people coming to talk to us later. So that was so nice.
Yeah, several projects are now in contact to us to see if our algorithm is a good fit for their tech. And I think we're gonna see Cartesi expand beyond the Cartesi machine soon. Like, there will be Dave settling different VMs. Hopefully, let's see what goes on, or even some other VMs inside the Cartesi machine. That's another approach we've been discussing as well.
It's amazing.
Yeah, I also love the way that you guys presented it on Devcon. Willy's turning out to be the hero of fraud proofs, and it's very simple to was very simple to understand, even for someone who doesn't have the necessary skills to understand it. So congratulations.
Yeah, the
To
last just
transform something so complex to explain into something that anyone can grasp.
We all know a Willy, right? We all know someone simple with hard values. Yeah, easy to relate.
Yeah, crypto is full of these guys. That's good. Now we know that any of them can secure an optimistic rollup running on Dave's algorithm.
I think Milton wanted to say something.
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's no understatement what Augusto just said. It's a really big thing. Cartesi machine has been the core of our technology for so long, and it is achievement in itself, right? And we've been working all this time to bring its power to bring Web3 applications to the next level. And this fraud-proof system is almost as big as an achievement in terms of the revolutionary nature of it, in terms of the sophistication of it, and bridging our tech to the main Web3 audience. It's no shortage of saying that we are now on the participating for the first time in the discussion about how fraud proofs should be done. This is now with recognition by the major players in the industry, and this is very, very nice to see. We see how to beat spearheading this comparison on the security that's needed from fraud proofs to really make it to the end, right? So it's very happy to see this happening, and as they said, all the other many other projects in the space discussing how this can be useful for many projects beyond Cartesi itself. So it's a major contribution that we're giving to the industry, and it's very happy to see that happening.
I'd like to say that again because it's super important, because our major contribution used to be bringing Linux to blockchain, and now Dave is another major contribution to the industry, right? We are actually helping to make optimistic rollups really permissionless and decentralized, because before it was not. So this is a major step.
We're in a way bringing computational intensity to the blockchain, right? Regardless of it running on the Cartesi machine or not, any very complex, computationally intensive application, needs a fraud proof, and Dave is there to support it. So that's quite nice. Awesome.
All right.
And anything else? Do you want to comment on your panel on the espresso? I don't know if you were here in the beginning. We were quoting you. Yeah.
No, you quoted it all. It was very nice. I really loved the effort from Espresso and all the participants involved. And yeah, some of the people on the panel were, the ones I mentioned, are now talking to us to learn more about Dave and see if it fits their tech. So these are projects good to keep an eye on, doing very incredible things in the modularity space.
That's awesome. All right, thank you.
Thank you for your amazing contribution.
All right. Yeah, Dave is a big one. Huh? I recommend people reading the paper. It's actually surprisingly easy to read, except the proof. The proof is quite complicated, but the part in English is surprisingly approachable. All right.
Indeed.
Let's move on to...
It's actually also a work of art, right? How they managed to make it simple to explain.
That is true.
It's a work of art in itself. All right, so let's go to the coprocessor, Mr. Karsten.
Yeah, so one of the things that also happened during Devcon was that we had, a very long talk during AVS Day. Well, not that long, it was 2 minutes long, where basically we presented the Cartesi coprocessor amongst many other AVSs at that point. But naturally, while some of us have been away on Devcon and so on, my team has still been working. So one of the things we've been working on is enabling, for example, trusted execution environment support for the operator in this particular case, using AWS Nitro enclaves, and being able to kind of deliver a ZK proof of these to a blockchain. And we have also been looking into what it means to, for example, put a Cartesi machine inside SGX, which is another type of trusted execution environment. We have also continued our work relating to having the coprocessor work with layer 2s, like, let's say, Arbitrum or Optimism or state casing and all those kind of different things, which basically means that actually you're able to develop your smart contracts on these layer 2s, deploy them there, and still have the benefit of let's say, our Cartesi machine coprocessor available as well. We have also studied a bit about an economic model for the coprocessor, because obviously compute costs, and staked compute costs more. And we basically try to kind of like find the right kind of like way to include different aspects and tokens and so on in that, and implementing this in the software as well, because this is basically what the operators will be running, and they're not going to care that much about kind of like how the economic model works. So basically, it's important to kind of provide one out. We've kind of like gone a little bit the opposite direction with the coprocessor in this particular case, that we have something that works on mainnet instead of having a testnet first. And now we're basically enabling a very nice little small local host development environment for it as well. Another kind of like nice artifact of the coprocessor is that, okay, how do I explain this? One of the things we are working on at the moment is that there's a thing called account abstraction that we kind of like heard a little bit about earlier today. And one of the things we could do with account abstraction, which is the ESE 4337 standard in this particular case, is to capture operations people want to do. And let's say these operations that people want to do is like operations that involve some kind of like off-chain computation. Normally, when you make a transaction, the smart contract goes on and says, hey, I want something done, and please call me back when they're done. But because we can intercept these transactions ahead of time, we can kind of do a pre-processing. So basically stick the compute result in ahead of time in a bundle of account abstraction transactions basically settled interchain. So basically it feels like, let's say that the underlying blockchain actually has, let's say, RISC-V or Cartesi machine-based contracts in this particular case. So this is what we kind of call a pre-processor, and we're kind of working on a prototype for this at the moment. To kind of like see how it can work. This is something we could do without, let's say, being a block builder or something like that. We basically send up a bundle that we have kind of pre-designed and pre-processed, and send the computation result in advance. So this is pretty much what's been going on. Also, we've been supporting a little bit, let's say, the work related to Avail and keeping a Pio instance up during the hackathon. So that has kept up beautifully during the hackathon as far as I can tell. I think it's crashed maybe once. So it's kind of like be good to kind of like have something ready to have people test during the hackathons as well. And as usual, we have a Cartesi coprocessor channel where there's a tutorial for Python at the moment, and we're going to start some more work to kind of like demonstrate or enable additional languages for the coprocessor as well.
Nice. I think the dev ad unit is giving some attention to the coprocessor now, so I expect it to become radically simple and to have a dev journey, just like the rollups initiative has. So I'm excited for that, to see what cool coprocessors are gonna pick up, what cool apps we're gonna see. So that's cool.
Yeah, and probably, sometime soon we can even think about a hackathon or experiment week for coprocessors, as soon as we have a good documentation and a minimal SDK. So we're probably getting to that point soon. Good stuff.
Thank you.
Awesome. All right, thank you, Carson. I think now we go back to where we were in the beginning with the one and only Cynthia for the community shout out.
I'm back, everyone. I think first we need to acknowledge that our ecosystem recap will always go past 1 hour. Like all our Cartesians are very passionate about what they're doing, and it's just not possible to limit them to 3-4 minutes. So we need to accept it will always be a long one.
The viewership is only going up though, so I think people are still here, people are still interested. We can talk about this stuff for hours, yeah.
It's amazing, yeah, and we should keep it like this. I mean, everyone can tune in at the point that they are interested in, like grantees for the dApps, like developers, then for the tech sites and so on. There is something for everyone, and there is something for our community as well. As promised, here is our community shout out, and today it goes to Abramov. This is his unknown user. He's not doxed. But he's been supporting the project for a long time. He's always active on Telegram. And here is one philosophical take, to say so, like that resonated with me, because what we are actually saying, we are saying it at the beginning, right? Because whenever we are told that something is impossible, we need to remember that it's necessary. And this should be our answer, because we as a space, we have this mission to push for this change in paradigm and to allow developers to go beyond the VM to be able to bring truly revolutionary use cases to life. Like Eric said in the intro, about doing something more meaningful, not just speculative DeFi or like small dApps that we're seeing nowadays without really improving our day-to-day life. So I think we all agree that this is made possible by Cartesi, by expanding the design space for developers, and we're all here for that. And allow me to go even further a bit with the shout out, and I'll wrap it up.
I really love that quote. Is a philosophically deep, right? Because many things in the world nowadays seem impossible, but they are necessary, right?
Exactly.
So
it was a good choice for our community shout out, and we appreciate this community member for this philosophical quote. We'll remember this whenever we'll need to find the strength to push forward, because it's necessary. so yeah.
Wow.
And let me go a bit further with this, because I don't want just to give the shout out to only our community Telegram, but to entire community, for other channels as well, for all the community members that keep these channels alive, and for Telegram, for our community moderators and all ambassadors, for Nida and Toby. And I will invite everyone to the Cartesi Telegram as well, to join us, to bring more life in this chat, so to keep the conversation going and overall to contribute to foster our community. So yeah, I hope to see everyone more active on Telegram, you guys included, Felipe, Eric, and actually on all our channels. And please tag us whenever it's something related to Cartesi, so we can amplify everyone's efforts and everyone's posts and everyone's opinions about Cartesi. And yeah, I think that wraps it up.
Awesome. It's a great way to end it.
So
shout out Abramov. That's a nice quote, man.
That's a very nice quote.
If you're not a writer yet, yeah, you should become a writer.
Yeah.
Nice. We'll make sure to share this snippet so he can actually see it in case he's not already watching us here live. So that was all from my side, guys. And I realize I will see you next year.
Oh, wow.
Wow. It's coming soon.
Yeah.
It's coming soon. Yeah, I promise you.
Bye, everyone. I leave you to wrap it up.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Cynthia. Well, almost 1.5 hours, Eric.
Yeah. And I could keep going, to be honest. It's been a great conversation, talking to all these people, building lots of interesting stuff. But I think it's a good time to wrap it up. Right, my friends? So it was a pleasure to be here today, and a pleasure to be with everyone here. And we're going to see you next month, next year, very soon.
Yeah, for another exciting call. This was amazing. Always energizes me so much. It's always a pleasure. Thank you all. See you around, Eric.
And see you around.
That's it. Much love to
all
everyone.
The best. Bye-bye. Signing off.
Bye-bye.